Hey, you guys, what's going on? Last day of class. Let's see if everything's up and running just fine. It should. Why has it got me signed out? All right, perfect. All right, you guys. So, final day of class. How's everyone feel? Let's see if this works. Oh, my chat's not working. Let me close it and then go back. 1 second, guys. Ah, there we go. What's up, Lena? How are you today? Are you so excited that class is over and that you can relax and watch Doctor Who? Or, I'm sorry, Star Trek. I don't know why I said Doctor Who. What's up, Nakara? What's up, everyone? All right. So, what I am going to do is we're just going to watch everyone's work today. We're not going to do any like feedback on it. You guys don't have to worry about any of that really. I might say something here, there, but obviously you don't have to make changes. The changes are done. It's 6:02, so we can't accept anything else. So if you guys didn't get it in, you didn't get it in. Sucks, but that's how it goes. I'm going to try and get your final grades done tonight. That's my goal, if not early in the morning tomorrow. So pretty much what you guys have done now, I'm probably going to grade off to the side here while after we watch the videos and stuff. So let me just pull up a couple things and we'll start watching them. Nakara, are you excited for break 2? I'm going to assume, yeah, everyone's excited for it. Awesome. I'm super happy you stopped by then to just say that. That was really sweet of you. Yeah, good luck on your next final. And then I hope you have a wonderful break as well. And happy holidays to you too, Nakara, dude. I hope that you're gonna sleep a lot. I don't blame you. But I hope you enjoy everything and good luck on everything in your schooling career. So thanks for swinging on in. I enjoyed having you in class. All right, so let's go ahead and start. Let me see here. Can I get this? Okay. I may have to just pull things off from the side. Cool. All right, we're going to start with Jade's. We're going to start with Jade's color scope. And then the reel afterwards. So let's go ahead and get right into that.
Green is the color of nature,
nice.
such as grass, trees, and leaves. Common association with the color green are money, health, and envy.
Yeah, good job.
Green is the lucky color in Chinese culture. It is a symbol of wealth, rebirth, fertility. Green is also the color of jade. This is the luckiest and the most valuable stone in Chinese culture.
Ooh, look, we've got a halo
the
added.
Stone of Heaven.
Good job, Jade. Green by Jade. Way to go, Jade. Let's watch your reel. Great job on that, Jade. That was awesome. I love the fun music that we were listening to while we were doing it. This is my final work in this class. It's a compilation of all the work that I created. I created this using Illustrator, After Effects, Animate, and Cinema 4D applications. I also use different tools for each application to create the final product. Nice. Way to go. Very, very impressed, Jade. Really good work over the semester. This just, I don't know why it reminded me, the song reminds me of, oh gosh, what's the Luigi game where you just play as like like it's like the ghost one? What is that game? It just reminds me of playing that. Luigi's Mansion. So fun. Yeah, great work. I really enjoyed your Principles of Motion design in Cinema 4D one. And your freshwater, like recycling plant. Your little Eve is cute too. Yeah, very good job on this. Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion. Luigi's Haunted Mansion. Thank you, Lena. Yeah, great job on this, Jade. All right, let's go to the next one. It's just going to be a quick class today. And if you want to chit chat afterwards, we can always chit chat. Let's see. All right, we're going to watch Nakara's. Let's go ahead and bring this here. Okay, cool. All right, let's watch his colorscope project.
Cobalt blue is considered to be friendly, authoritative, and trustworthy. It's also a color connected to nature, the sky, and water. The color cobalt blue is extremely stable and has been used for jewelry and paint. There's also a spider called the cobalt blue tarantula, which is very venomous, but don't worry, not to humans. It has also been used for 2,600 years, found in ancient Roman and Persian jewelry and Egyptian sculptures.
Really good job on this, Nakara, considering the last time we only had the one scene. I'm happy to see the rest of it on here. This scene, this scene will obviously need a little bit of work because it's done in 3D and you've got like a light reflecting off of it, so it makes it a little bit harder to see. But a really good job at making everything called the cobalt blue monochromatic across the board, because I know that this last time you had it was all different colors and stuff, and you went through and you made those changes, which look great. Which is very venomous. Your little ant there that you added in. It has also been used the clock. Good job on the clock. Found in ancient Roman. It's going backwards. And Egyptian sculpture. But that's okay. Maybe we want time. I wish it worked that way. I would love to be 21 again. Let me tell you guys what. 20. Actually, like a good age is like 27, 28. I think that was a great age. I'd go back to that. But good job on your color scope overall, Nakara. All right, let's go ahead and watch your reel. Yeah, good job getting this over the finish line there, Nakara. Good work this semester. I particularly actually really like this scene. Your dinosaur scene looks really fun. I just dig all the weird colors that you picked for it. Also, let me see, where's the other one that I liked? I think it was actually your impact. That one, it was not that one. It was it was your little, the color scope one that you threw in there. So good job on everything overall. Are you still in the chat, Nakara? I'm going to assume not, but you did good. You did good this semester. All right, 1 second here. All right, we're going to watch Natalie's next. Let me pull this up.
Pink is a color of sweetness. Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, and fertility, is often associated with the color pink.
Nice.
At first, pink was mostly worn by the rich because it used to be an expensive color to create. Accidentally created by dropping red cinnamon candies into a large vat of traditional lemonade, it created the infamous pink lemonade. Being one of the rarest diamonds, pink diamonds are formed from a distortion in their crystal structure, changing their colors.
Really good job. Great job on all of the changes there, Natalie. I'm very impressed by this. Of course, we saw this the other day, but you just did a really good job on these. And I
Venus, the goddess of love,
appreciate the transition, the masking that you did for that.
Pink.
Looks great. Adding the background.
Pink was mostly worn
adding
by the
just,
rich because it used.
You know, it's a very light gradient background, and that's perfect. I think it lends itself to this fantastically. Beautiful job on the monochromatic
created by dropping
color
red
palette.
cinnamon candies into
Impressive.
a large vat of traditional lemonade, it created the infamous pink lemonade. Being one of the rarest diamonds, pink diamonds are formed from a distortion in their crystal structure.
Yeah, it looks so much better with the background in there. So you should be very proud of this. You did a great job. All right, you're real. That's so great. Yeah, you should be very proud of the work that you have created in class so far. I think you did a great job. And you know, there's a few projects in here that I really like, especially this little, the bear factory, the teddy bear factory is really cute. Really impressed by your use of weight here with this scene. Right there selling it by shaking the text and stuff like that. Your custom 3-scene animation is great. Yeah, you just very solid work throughout the entire semester, and you should definitely be proud of yourself. That was cool. I know you were working around with the materials and stuff and had a little issues, but you worked around it as best as you can, and it turned out really good. So you should definitely be happy with the work that you created. Very good. All right. See what I mean? This class is going to go by super fast. I mean, I think we only have several of these to watch, maybe 9 of them total, I think. All right, let's go ahead and Tristan's up next. Let's go ahead and watch his. All right, so this is going to be Tristan's reel. So let's go ahead and play this. Cool background. Change on that the custom 3-scene animation. Good job. Way to go on all the changes there, Tristan. Impressed with everything. You got everything in there and did a good job on that. I really like that you added all of these orcas to this last scene. I think it makes it look so much more interesting than just having the one orca there. So good job on that. And then the other one that I particularly liked, I like the background that you picked for, that you created for your title. I'm curious as like how you got these sections around. I know you said you were gonna you took a screenshot of something that you were dealing with, but I think it looks good. I don't see a green bar throughout anything, but pick some interesting music. I'm sorry, I paused it there. Fun music there. Yeah, just some of these. The only change I would make to this maybe is just having some of these scenes last a little bit longer, right? Like maybe a couple seconds rather than just boom, 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 like bam, ba, ba. Give them a little bit of time to breathe and stuff on here. I know these impact scenes and stuff were really short, like these the principles of motion design in After Effects were kind of short, so those were kind of a little bit harder, but you did good sequencing these. I'm so sorry. Let me finish that. You did a good job sequencing these and putting these in there. And this is the one that I was going to say. Where is it? Where are you, Eve? Yeah, I'm just digging the yellow and green color palette that you used here for your lights. I just think it looks really cool. Really good job overall in class, Tristan. Really great job. Let's go ahead and look at your color scope.
Green represents
let me pull this over here. Restart this.
Green represents nature.
Good job with the
things you see, like trees, grass, bushes, and plants. They are green because of a chemical called chlorophyll, which is a part of magnesium.
Love it. That was great.
The green comes from the chlorophyll being used during photosynthesis, which feeds the plants.
This looks so much nicer. It looks so much less chaotic with all that in the background. And it just looks
bushes,
more
trees,
varied. Yeah, really good job on these.
Which gives other organisms life.
You got the ears moving on the
which
bunny.
Are all a part of nature.
I would like to appreciate that for a moment there, because this is a really good follow through that you have going on the bunny ears here. So when the bunny moves his head, the ears follow along,
which are all a part of nature.
and you offset your layers there just slightly, and it makes it look so much better. And same with varying the little bumblebees flying around here. Just a really good job. You put all the changes in that I requested that you did. Very, very proud of that. Way to go, Tristan. I think you did great this semester. Let me go ahead and yeah, good job. I like all the changes that you made. You did this
Green
one.
because of a
I would maybe change the background a little bit here. It looks slightly yellow green, but you know, it's still monochromatic.
Called chlorophyll, which is a part of magnesium. Trees.
Yeah, I think you did a good job adding like the sequencing the little rotations of the flowers. It just looks much better. You did a good job on this. All right, let's move on to Melissa. All right, we're going to watch Melissa's color scope first.
The color blue can be found almost everywhere, such as the burners in our stoves, who's some people's eye color. Everybody views the color blue differently. Some see it as melancholy, with thunderous storms, while others see it as cheery as the bright night sky. The color blue also covers most of our planet. It holds the largest animal in the world and the coral reef. It can also be a symbol of wealth, as people compared the blue dye as valuable as gold for how difficult it was to gather.
Good job on those changes, Melissa. I know there were quite a few in there that I gave you, and you pretty much nailed them all. It looks really good that you did the monochromatic part here. And then let's just appreciate your little eye blink there. That was great. You could speed that up and maybe have it happen a couple times, but it looks really good following that teardrop down.
As melancholy,
turning this scene into a nice
while
dark.
Others see it as cheery as the bright
a night scene. Good job on this. Really good job. I love the whales too.
The color blue also covers most of our planet. It holds
that
the
like high-pitched
in the world
squeaking noise that's in the song.
It can also be a symbol of wealth, as people
sounds really cool. I like it.
Valuable
it works with the whale scene.
For how difficult it was to gather.
Yeah, great job on that, Melissa. Good job on the changes and stuff. All right, let's go ahead and... Oh, let me bring this in. Let's watch your reel. Let me start over. Oh, Ahmed, I teach at Glendale Community College in Arizona. Glendale, Arizona. As far as Cinema 4D, learning motion graphics on there, for free, you can go to the Maxon YouTube link. And if you go to Maxon's channel on YouTube, they have plenty of free tutorials for you that walk you through Cinema 4D and how to use it and all sorts of stuff like that. And I just think they're going to be able to teach you more advanced stuff from there. All right, let's go on Melissa's reel. First of all, just love the movement of the words on here. Looks good. Cool. Nice. Good job on this so far, Melissa. That was so cool, your little lolly. Great job on your reel. Good job, Melissa. You'll want to put your contact information at the end here. Oh, you did. Perfect. You'll want that just to be on screen a little bit longer so that we could yeah, just good job. Good job overall on this. All right, let's go to, we're going to check on Jesus's here. Just a second. All right. Let me close this out. Let me bring this up. All right, first we're going to view the color scope for Jesus.
Is a color of tranquility. Initially, blue was not even recognized as being a color, instead a variant of green. Lapis lazuli is a gemstone that for many centuries could only be found in a single mountain range within Afghanistan. The color blue came from its former name of ultramarine blue, where the medieval era mined lapis lazuli to make blue. The color blue was extremely hard to come by as it had a hefty price tag.
Nice, added a few more in there.
Thank you so much for watching.
Looked good with those dropping down those bars of gold that you had on there. The way they fell and hit on to each other and then
come by as it had a hefty price tag.
Yeah, great job. I'm going to assume that you used the possibly used oh gosh, what's it called? The emitter. Use an emitter there with the gold bars there, and it looks really good. I think you did a good job on this. Overall, you should be proud. You did well on the changes.
Initially, blue was not even recognized as being a color, instead a variant of green. Lapis lazuli is a gemstone that for many centuries could only be found in a single mountain.
Yeah, good job. A couple still changes to make on there, but overall good job on that one, on the color scope. All right, I'm going to bring over the reel here. We're going to go ahead and watch your reel. Our first one inside Vimeo. Let me go ahead and expand this. And play. Nice. Got the blurred out background there. Oh, there's no audio. What a bummer. I feel like before I thought you had the audio. Good job. The Reel and Surreal project. Oh, there's audio. I was just not hearing it. I don't know if you guys missed that. I'm so sorry. Jesus, let's play it back with the music with it. Okay, Lena could hear it. I just had accidentally muted my headset. Great job overall on this, Jesus. There's still just a couple changes that I would make on a couple of these, but other than that, you did a great job this semester. You got all of the projects in there. I particularly liked your real and surreal, like your surreal.
On masturbate free.
Well, that was not what I was expecting to click on. What was that? This one, magical caress. Interesting. Well, it wouldn't be a class here without something crazy like that, right? Vimeo has a little bit more lax like regulations when it comes to like posting stuff, because it's more of like a creative outlet there, so you can post videos like that, and it just autoplayed that, so I apologize, guys. That was interesting though. Yeah, but I particularly like this, the real and surreal scene that you have, the surreal one. I think that looked cool. And your custom 3-scene animation was really good. Overall, you did a great job in class. All right. That was so funny. Sorry, I'm dying a little inside because of that. We're going to go to Keith next. We're going to watch Keith's colorscope.
Black holds many sentiments around the world. It represents evil, the occult.
Very good job, Keith, on this, making it
religion,
monochromatic and doing this
power,
and making it look like
fear,
space. Killer
and
job.
even death.
Nice.
Black is always worn by people of power, like a judge in control of marking one guilty. A nun, religious powers to guide the sinners, or occultist, power of the invisible arts to persuade and manipulate others. Black may be a common color, but the most precious and rarest stone is black opals, only found in Australia.
Cool. One with the platonic. Good job on the changes made to your color scope on here, Keith. I think it's much stronger than the first dress that you turned in. I think this looks much better. I particularly really dig this scene. This all black and gray space scene. I just think you did a really good job pulling that off. I think it looks really cool. The only thing I would do is just like fade this off when the you could have the skull on here for a little bit longer, but just fade off the world because we don't need to really see that. But yeah, really good job on the changes that you made to this. It looks much stronger. Impressed with that. Good job on that, Keith. Natalie, sweet, a little bit late, but I hope everyone's doing great. We went over your stuff. You did a great job, Natalie. You did a really, really good job on all of the stuff. On your reel and on your color scope, they were great. Your grades should be in Canvas right now, by the way, because I'm grading these as I go. But yeah, strong work, very strong work this semester. You should be proud of yourself. All right, Keith, let's go to Keith's reel. Cool job there. Yeah, cool, Keith. I think that you're definitely going to want the end to be longer here because it cuts off. And we want to see your information at the end so we could contact you, when we're done here. And then just a couple changes that need to be made over these, but you did a really good job. Have such strong illustration skills, especially on these blue macaws. They just look beautiful. Not only that, but you did a really good job with um the black one as well, with the color scope that you did. Um, Good job overall this semester. Let me see here. Yeah, you fought one was really cool too. I mentioned in the rough draft not to add colors, but you also recommended rainbow on the opal. I almost did that, but I wanted to follow the rules you said. Yeah, I think that's fine. The opal has the rainbow colors in it, but I think achieving that effect would have been a lot more time consuming and difficult, and I'm happy you just went the way you did with the black. I'm not going to dock points for that, believe me. I think that it was strong what you did. I'm happy you went that route. Yeah, good job overall. I'd still love to see these birds animated. I think that would have been so cool. Did you have the typography one in here? Yes, you did. You did. You had the center. Oh, was that for the color scope, Keith? Great job in class, by the way. Showing up to all the classes, doing all that stuff, all the hard work. Really good job. Did you have the, let me see here. Yeah, you did have that in there. Oh, for the real? Oh, I'm sorry. No, the Eve project. You have your real and surreal, so you did good on that. The only thing I was missing in here was just the impact. Or, I'm sorry, the principles of motion design in Cinema 4D, but you did great on all of the other than just like that kind of stuff. You did a really good job. Strong work this semester. You guys all push through, and it's not easy to do because it's a lot of work. And I think you guys can appreciate how long it takes to animate now. That's why it takes like so long for just like a few seconds of animation. All right, now we're gonna get to Lena.
Red is the
Oh, let's bring this over here and start it from the beginning.
Red is the color of good fortune.
Cool.
During the
Ooh,
Lunar New
look
Year,
at that.
red is decorated everywhere
Animated through it.
because it symbolizes celebration, prosperity, and vitality.
Way to go, Lena. This looks great.
People wear red and exchange red envelopes to spread good luck and happiness. Hanging up red lanterns can even ward off evil spirits.
You even used that pattern that I was into. So cool. You did all the changes and stuff. It looks beautiful. So good. You should be super proud of that. You nailed that. Super into the rocket that you put like that animated texture on it. I think that was really cool. Then also just I love this end scene here where you've got the lanterns rocking back and forth. I think that made it look a much stronger scene. And I see you got this done in there. The use of the patterns that we worked on last class, I think that was great. And that monochromatic, bringing it back. Although I loved the gold, don't get me wrong. I really liked it with the yellow. But just because it's a monochromatic color palette for the color scope, I had you change it to red, and you chose a really strong color to do that. And then adding the background color in there, just all really pulled the video together, and it looks really good. So you did a great job on that. Let's bring up your reel. Yeah, so it's probably like a video texture then. You're like, oh, cool, I'll just throw this on. And then it does, because so you guys can actually, yes, add videos to materials inside of Cinema 4D. It's a little bit more advanced. You might get to know that later in any of Casey's like 3D classes. But yeah, that is a cool thing that you can do. So it's useful for like if you're modeling a television or something and you have something moving in the back, billboards, things like that, where you're playing like a video on there or like advertisement or something like that, you can animate it, create your own video and put it onto materials in there as well, which is really cool. But yeah, that is a happy little surprise. All right, let's watch your reel. Cool background, use of the kaleidoscope. Hitting on those beats. Ooh, you got it going. Good timing on that. That was great. The timing, visual beats with the music on here is just impeccable. You did a really good job on that. I love it, Lena. You put the work into it, and you can tell. Very creative work I've been seeing out of you guys all semester. Some really interesting like design choices that I wasn't thinking that you guys would go with, and they're just really fun. I think you guys have done a really like very strong work. But Lena, yeah, I could tell your dedication to getting things done and getting them right has paid off because you did a fantastic job. You should be very proud of yourself as well. These are great, you guys. It is satisfying when it hits the beats, right? It just, especially this one, I'm going to find it. I think it's further here. This one right here. So funny. And it just worked. Also, what I noticed is you visually aligned motion here too. So like not only does the robot arm picks up the cloud and it chucks it over to the right side of the screen. But then you go to another scene where the butterflies are coming in from the right side of the scene, and it's like like cohesiveness with motion. That's kind of another level of thinking about how you're assembling things, and it might have been an accident, it might have been something that you did on purpose, but it's something that also really benefits motion design, right? If you can have like continuity between scenes. And I think you nailed it with that, so really good job. Yeah, you guys did a lot of great work this semester. Yeah, the editing class. Yep, that's great. Are you taking that with Casey right now? All right, you guys, it's our last one of the night. It's our last class and it's our last ones to review. We're going to review Jasmine's, and then you guys will be all set. Here, let's go ahead and watch. We're going to start with Jasmine's reel. Oh, Huntington University. Okay, cool. You're dual enrolled. That's great. Do they have a good program over there for that? Just let me know. I'm going to watch this and talk about this for a second, and then I'll respond. Yeah, cool, Jasmine. I'm into that. Good job on, like, the change that I said about making it blurred and fading in into regular. Again, with the beats, it looks very great. Cool job there. A cute little teddy bear factory on your side too. You and Natalie both did that. Great job on the Monarch one. Yeah, I love that. Your last name. I thought that was a fantastic. This is funny. That just makes me laugh. But this was a fantastic, your typography thing for this, that was really good. Do you have your typography stuff? Yep, you do. Yeah, good work this semester, Jasmine. I just think the editing this together was very strong and hilarious. Like, I was not expecting to laugh like this at someone's reel, but this section right here where you just like, for something that's not very exciting or crazy looking, right? It's just, simple, it's ball bouncing. And you just made this so funny. You gave like some other kind of meaning to what was happening there. Like there's ominous feeling like what's going to happen with this ball. And it built up really well. You really did a great job on that. Yeah, fantastic job on the editing and stitching everything together. You did great. I think that I've got that one on there. Yeah, you did that one, nailed it. Got these. Yeah. Really good job on the reel. Let's go ahead and watch your colorscope now. All right. I know you made the changes and they look so good because I rewatched them.
In art and literature, blue is up.
Pause this and restart it. You learned a lot. You did high school dual enrollment for Huntington and then transferred to GCC. Oh, that's awesome. So that's why you have the editing skills with that. Yeah, you did a good job. That's why you probably know how to use Audition and stuff too. Let's watch Jasmine's awesome colorscope.
Blue is the color of wisdom. In art and literature, blue is often used to evoke calmness, serenity, and profound contemplation, a canvas reflecting the essence of wisdom. The boundless blue sky and ocean.
Yeah, this looks so much cooler this way.
Nature of the human intellect, inspiring us to explore the unknown and seek knowledge. Across cultures, blue is entwined with gods and divine entities, representing the wisdom attributed to high beings. It reminds us that we are part of a great universe and inspires us to seek the wisdom found in spiritual connection. The historical rarity and expense of blue pigment contribute to their association with prestige, importance, and value qualities akin to wisdom.
Really cool. Much more of an abstract like visualization for this. I think you did a really good job, especially on your script. Um, you, by the way, are a very strong writer. I noticed that when you would send me your scripts and stuff like that, and it was more about like editing things down, because you have a lot of great things to say, and that was a very strong part of your both of the color scope here specifically. It was just a very well written, sounded really good, very tranquil feeling throughout the entire video, and you really did like the color justice with how you did it. Very, very good job on both your reel and on your color scope. You guys all should be so proud of your work. I know that everything was uh a lot, right? There is a lot of projects when you put them all together into a reel and you're like, "Oh wow, like I have a ton of stuff that I've done on here." But you guys pulled a majority of them off, right? And you guys put a lot of work into the back end of it and held in there, especially when it was difficult and there was um a lot shorter time frames that started coming up in the towards the end of the semester, right? We started having hard deadlines, which a majority of you met those deadlines and did a really good job on that. Yeah, Natalie said everyone's projects were great, and I fully agree. The transition from the spiral to the 3D ball was really good. Yeah. You guys all did such strong work. And had very creative takes on some of the stuff, and I like to see where you guys are creative within the bounds of the rules that you guys get for these projects, because remember, in this field, you're always going to have a set of rules that are placed on you for a project, right? Whether you're animating for advertisement and marketing, whether you're animating for film and video and cartoons and stuff like that, it doesn't matter. You're always going to get a set of rules that are going to be applied, right? Um, and working within those rules and learning to be creative within those rules isn't always an easy thing to do, but you guys really surprise me every semester with all of the interesting things that you do, and I'm always seeing new things come out of you guys, and as far as like out of your projects and stuff like that. um but yeah, you guys should be very happy with all of the work that you did in this semester. Were there things in this semester that you wish were a little bit different as far as everyone who's in the chat? We've got Keith, Lena, and Natalie. Anything that you guys were like wishing would have been a little bit different? Maybe what projects you guys were liked most versus what you liked least? you enjoyed making the reel, but stacking the reels, second revision, and color scope project on top of each other was tricky. Yeah, it gets tricky having to manage the projects all together. So maybe, but it definitely helped me grow in my time management skills. Yes, that is the biggest thing. I think that allows you guys to do is kind of learn your time management. But I'm going to take that into consideration for next semester, because maybe what I'll do is stack projects a little bit earlier on in the semester, and that way you guys have a little bit, the students moving forward have a little more practice on that time management, because that is a big part of this field. Any kind of design field in general, whether you're doing graphic design or animation, video editing, anything like that, right? When you're content creating, you're going to have multiple projects running at the same time, which will overlap on due dates sometimes. It doesn't always happen often, but the due dates do sometimes overlap. And so you have to know where to prioritize things, and it becomes a little bit stressful. That's when the stress kind of lays on a little heavier, and you're like, oh man, I got to get this done. But you guys did a good job dealing with that. Honestly, I got lost in design and forget that I need to be more animated than pretty pictures. That's okay, especially for students who aren't in um necessarily going down the animation route of their career. Students who do graphic design tend to like to make them pretty more than that, but it's just learning to manage the time, right? Learning to call it when you're like, okay, how much time have I sunk in to design versus animation, right? Which one takes the longest? Animation always will win in that area. It just depends on, how obviously a detailed illustration can take days. Same with animation, right? But as far as like when you get an animated video and you're like, okay, I've only got this much time to create it, where do I make the cuts in my process in order to get this thing out the door and make it look acceptable? And so it's like another time management skill that you guys like learn over time while doing this class. But yeah, it happens. We all end up being there too, especially if you're very particular in how you create things. I think it would be great to have a harder things earlier on, because towards the end of the semester, it's also flu season. Okay. I agree. I think that, um, we do the easier things obviously in the beginning, because we're learning about animation and the principles, and we're learning about like squash and stretch and weight and the 12 principles of animation. We're kind of going through those with the simpler ones, and then you're not only that, but you're learning on top of that a new program, multiple programs, because you guys really worked a lot this semester, not only in After Effects but Cinema 4D, Illustrator, Photoshop if you guys used a raster based program, um and then also what else were um Adobe Audition, did a little bit in Animate. So it's a lot of like learning software as well, which takes a long time to develop. So I could have given you guys those projects, but I don't know how successful they would have been right away. But what we can do, right, is start integrating the projects in a little bit differently, maybe building them out to be larger projects rather than a bunch of smaller projects, maybe a bunch more of the infographics. You guys seem to really like the infographic projects, like um, the the three scene animation with the monarch butterfly, the color scope projects, and the custom three scene ones are the ones that usually are the students' favorites. I also have a bad habit, Keith said, of thinking I did pretty good on projects, and then I go to class and see others and I get more upset. Like, why the heck I didn't think of that, but I do. But that's part of the process, right? You can't get mad at yourself because your level and someone else's level might not be on the same spot, right? We're all entering this program and these classes at different levels. And so you can't be super hard on that. And that stuff will come as you learn to um get faster at animation, and you guys, you learn more about the field and what you're doing in different techniques and stuff, but that stuff just takes time to learn. And so you worked within the bounds of what you knew, and you did a great job doing that. So don't ever be upset because your level just might not be at someone else's level at that moment. You'll get there. It just takes the work, right? And then some people, like, I mean, I would go to class and I would be very impressed by people's illustration skills. I don't have the strongest illustration skills. Sometimes I have hard times thinking up of ideas and organizing my ideas in my head to get them out, right? And then sometimes I watch your guys' work and I'm like, oh, I don't know, I didn't think of that, right? So I'm still doing that at my age in my career, how long I've been in here. I still do that kind of stuff. Nat said, class helped you a lot with time management since I tend to procrastinate. Yeah, that was a big problem for me as well in school, was procrastination. And I think that just builds stress, unfortunately. Because then you're like, oh, I do my best work when I'm procrastinating. But not really. You don't ever, like, one thing that Casey Farina says is tired work isn't always great work. That's so very true. And because I used to work until like 3 or 4 in the morning getting things done sometimes. And that was just sleep that I've lost, that I won't get, that I won't be able to use as like a creative juice going forward. And there were always things that I was like, hey, I wish I would have done this differently, but I was pressed for time. Um, and you just learn that as you go, like, hey, I'm not going to procrastinate on this. I can gauge about how long it's going to take me to do something. So you learn to manage that bad habit. I will call it a bad habit. Um, Even though sometimes it's people's superpower, right? Under stress, we feel like we can pump out better work, which isn't wrong always, but it's not always right. Like, think of if you procrastinate less and you get it done, and then you have time to sit on it and look at it and have other people look at it before you submit something, and it just gives you that extra time to refine your work and really get it done well, right? Lena said, besides the hard skills of learning the software, are there any soft skills or skills in general that help me in the industry? Communication skills are huge. I know a lot of us tend to be introverted, like to be at the computer, don't necessarily want to go in and talk to a lot of people, but uh, having strong communication skills is key, right? Because you should be able to present your ideas to a client or to your boss and have reasons for those ideas that you have, right? So let's just say you draw up a storyboard and you go into your boss's office and you're like, we're going to do this. And they're like, why'd you make that choice? You better have an answer for that choice, right? And so learning to think on your feet, um, learning to communicate with clients, because sometimes here's the big thing, right? You're going to get clients who don't know anything. This is 100% of the time. They have no idea about animation. They don't know the work that it takes. They don't know the time that it takes, their field. But it's our job to educate what they're wanting to do, right? Because a lot of them will have these grandiose ideas on what they want done, and it doesn't always work that way. And so it's our job to communicate with them and guide them in the appropriate direction to give them the best work, right? Because you don't want to promise them a bunch of stuff and then A, you're not going to scope enough time for it. They're not going to have the budget for it, B, or C, it's just not going to look good, right? And so you have to learn to um, collaborate back and forth. This class showed me I need to be focused on specific ideas or I'll never get my projects done or a drop quality because I have too many ideas on a stove or half cooked. Yeah, yeah, I think that goes with the time management thing too, is like just I think we all have like a ton of ideas in here, but it's learning to edit those ideas. So yeah, another skill, soft skill or hard skill for this like field is learning to edit yourself and being like, seeing your time frame, knowing what your skills are, and knowing um about how much you could get done within that time without, going over. Again, back to that rule of 80-20, right? 80% should be of the stuff 20% should be something that you're going to learn on the project. And so that's a good like ratio to go by when you guys are doing that. But you guys did very well in class considering all of that stuff, right? You guys have learned all that in a certain way, and a lot of this stuff comes with practice um and just trial and error, because you're not going to do everything perfect or the first time. And so that trial and error part is very important to like learn from that, and being humbled by other people in your field, and learning that there's always room to grow in your field in different ways, and being open to new experiences, especially with AI coming in and stuff. There's a lot of questions around what's that going to be like within this field. And so like learning to work with those types of things and move with the changes versus like staying away from them. Yeah, you guys have good ideas. Good questions here. Do you guys have anything else? Because if not, I will end class and let you guys enjoy your freedom and try and get the grades into the system by tomorrow morning. Um, why did it make me do that? Chat closed. Let me see if I can open it back up. Show me back. Oh no, my internet's dipping. I need to get that looked at. I'll hang in here for another second. Come on. All right. Okay. Well, do you guys have any more questions then? Looks like everyone should be here. Let me check on my thing real quick. Do you have any questions, Keith? Oh, I think it has to do with Lena's here. Lena, do you have any more questions? I think Natalie's still here too. I'm just having, yeah, not a problem. Of course. Yes, of course, you guys. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate your guys' dedication to showing up to the live streams. Keep up all the hard work. Work hard throughout your rest of your semester, and then play hard when you guys have time off, right? Have fun. I hope you guys enjoy your Christmas break or your winter break. And you guys can always ask me questions if you have them inside of Slack, and I'll always be willing to answer them. But I hope you guys have a wonderful time. Thank you so much for all the cool projects. Yeah, of course, Natalie, Lena, Keith, Nakara, who always joins, Audrey, everyone. Thank you guys so much. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the semester. I'll talk to you guys at some point, right? We'll connect at some time. Bye, guys.